Don't look at the lines that are too close in front, because that's going to cause a bit of a head spin. The majority of inexperienced learner drivers don't look where they should look. If you focus on something, if you zoom in on something the whole time, your directional stability will always suffer. Combining peripheral and central vision is necessary. You have to divide your attention, looking there and then a little bit there, and then the mirror as well. If there's constant anxiety present, it is pretty much impossible to implement some of the logical things. When you are too anxious, the circulation of oxygen through your system is inadequate. Take a deep breath, exhale. Get somebody to tell you if your directional stability is relatively okay. It's very easy to establish if you have issues with your directional stability. I usually take all of my first-time learner drivers on the main road on their first lesson, because I can capably use my dual controls and I can demonstrate everything, how things work. Flexibility in your elbows and your wrists will definitely improve the smoothness of your trajectory. If you zoom in too much, if you look too close in front of you, you will always struggle keeping the straight path. Look as far as possible, generally in the middle of the windscreen, covering maybe a couple of 100 meters ahead of you. Tracking the path accurately depends on properly using your central vision and your peripheral vision, and at the same time, working on your flexibility, understanding the design of the cars, how they made them, how they, built the steering rack and, the front suspension. When you're turning corners, your directional stability will always be amplified if it's wrong. Anyone can tell if you struggle with your directional stability, and once again, it's always amplified when you're turning corners. If you don't manage your multi-pedal action, accelerator and the brake, and obviously if it's a manual vehicle, the clutch control and gear selection and timing, so that's going to play a huge role as well. On that note, it surprises me when first-time learners who have no experience whatsoever, so zero experience, they want to start with manual. Back in the day, we had to, learn in manual because there was no other options. We had to pretty much struggle with everything at the same time. So it is a lot more difficult than starting off with an automatic car. You simply learn the road, steering, motion, especially if the traffic is a little bit dense where you have to implement multi-pedal action. I strongly recommend, if you've never driven, don't go for a manual initially. Just take at least a few lessons, let's say a couple of lessons with auto, so you know what to expect, because the steering wheel and how it feels is exactly the same as it is in manual car. Pressure that you are, under by going for your first ever or second or third lesson, I don't think it's worth it. So you first break the ice using the automatic cars, because nowadays we have the luxury of doing that. And as I said, many years ago, that was not even an option. Divide your attention. It is a combination of peripheral and central vision. If you focus on something, if you zoom in on something the whole time, your directional stability will always suffer. Whereas if you use your peripheral vision, for example, now when I'm cruising, I'm not looking at anything in particular. I'm sort of preemptively correcting the steering wheel, which we call micro adjustments, by the way. If the road bends slightly to the left or slightly to the right side, combining peripheral and central vision is necessary. When you use your peripheral vision and something happens all of a sudden, well, you switch to your central vision. In other words, you divide your attention between things that are, more important and less important. You have to divide your attention, looking there and then a little bit there, and then the mirror as well. Often people ask me, when should I start driving with parents? Well, parents generally don't have the dual controls in the cars. So my very straight answer to that is As soon as you can implement verbal instructions into action, you can start driving in a quiet traffic. If you still mix the pedals, someone says, slow down, and you hit the accelerator, please don't drive, without a professional instructor who can intervene if necessary. Maintaining your directional stability is the first sign that you're on the right track. Your positional awareness is another big sign. Constantly swerving, veering off the road, scraping tires, it's not good. That comes from a combination of improper observation. Like I said earlier, you have to divide your attention, You have to look pretty much everywhere, mixing your peripheral and central vision. If there's constant anxiety present, it is pretty much impossible to implement some of the logical things. When you are too anxious, the circulation of oxygen through your system is inadequate. The simplest way, before I go, any deeper into that, the simplest way to try and break that cycle of constant pressure, a feeling of, anxiety, it can change as long as you consciously breathe equally. Exhale. Reduce, if not eliminate or eradicate your anxiety. It's okay to be slightly anxious because you care, there's nothing wrong with that. But if you blow things out of proportion, it's always going to make it far more difficult. As always, feel free to ask any questions in the comment section below. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you next time.